retired after 10 years as the superintendent of School District 622. Her replacement has been on the job now for a few months and is in the studio with me today. Let's meet our new superintendent, Christine Osorio. Christine, thanks for joining us on Oakdale Update.
Thanks for having me, Frank.
Okay, tell me about yourself. You've got degrees, 100 degrees, I'm sure. You want to tell us about it?
Sure. So I began my education career graduating from the University of Minnesota, Duluth. I was certified as a teacher, elementary teacher, kindergarten teacher, and as an ESL teacher, K-12. And I also have a degree in Spanish. When I first left college, I joined the Peace Corps and went to work in the Central Pacific for a while, and then really have spent the last about 19 years working in St. Paul Public Schools as a teacher, as an administrator, and as a district administrator before coming here to be the superintendent of 622.
Okay, where were you born?
I was born in Winona, Minnesota. I grew up in Rolling Stone, Minnesota, which is just outside Winona, and graduated from Winona High School.
Okay. Now, you came from the St. Paul School. Well, let me ask you this first. You've been in 622 for what, 3 months now?
Since July 1st, yes.
Give me an overall impression one time.
Well, I have to tell you, first and foremost, I'm a 622 parent, so I had my experience with the school district. I have a daughter at Tartan High School. She's in 10th grade right now, and I was very involved as a parent in the theater program, and always felt a strong connection with many colleagues and friends in the school district. Having been here for a few months, I absolutely love being here. We have a team that is just top-notch, amazing teachers and principals, and so many people really invested. The thing that has struck me the most coming to our school district is the deep pride everybody has.
Yes.
I just had a great meeting last week with the school bus drivers, and I asked them, how many of you all live in our school district? Almost every single hand went up.
Oh, really?
And they have deep pride. They often, many have graduated from our high schools, love to have the banter of whether they're a North or a Tartan grad, and deep pride. And a willingness of everybody to really work hard for our students and for our families.
How's the relationship with the parents in this district?
Oh, fantastic.
Is it good?
Over the last few months, I've literally been to just about every single parent group at every school, every PTO or PTA meeting, and had a good conversation with each and every group, and just fantastic parents. I'm constantly struck by how often they want to do more to help. They want to learn about the school district, and they want to get involved, and just great synergy and camaraderie of the families.
And they're all volunteer people too,
yes,
right? A lot of volunteers.
Absolutely.
Okay, we can take that all the way back to the ball teams and everything else. Oakdale has always been pretty, well, the district has been pretty proud of their parenting, I guess, huh?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Strong, involved families.
Absolutely. All right, now you came from the St. Paul Schools District, which is quite a bit different, I think, from 622. You want to tell us some of the difference? And then I just want to mention that you were Chief Academic Officer in St. Paul. I'm just curious, what is that?
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure you had many other titles, but
Sure.
Tell me about that first.
I'll tell you about that first. And that's a role that I only had for 1 year, my last year in the school district. Chief Academic Officer basically oversees directors of a variety of different programs, and I had about 6 areas that I supervised the directors of those programs. Those areas included the Office of Early Learning, the Office of Personalized Learning, which included the technology technology integration, the iPad project, the Office of College and Career Readiness, which does a lot of work with dual enrollment and credit options for students in high school and college preparation, the Office of Special Education, the Office of English Language Learners, and then the Office of Teaching and Learning. So while I didn't directly run each of those offices, I supervised the people who did. And as I said, that was my last role in St. Paul Schools, which I held for just a year. Prior to that, though, I was an assistant superintendent supervising principals, primarily in the K-8 schools and the Montessoris and the immersion schools.
Okay.
And I also, before that, was the executive director of curriculum and instruction, so teaching and learning side of things.
Okay, so you were in the office out on Cornwall Avenue, I believe is where the...
Colburn.
Colburn, yes.
Yep, Colburn Street.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so let's make some comparisons between St. Paul. Well, your background in St. Paul compared to 622.
Sure. Well, I think it's important to know that I started off as a teacher in St. Paul. So I worked in several different schools. I've worked in the adult programs as well as elementary programs. And I spent 7 years as a principal at Wellstone Elementary.